Good morning. This is Pat Murphy, Superintendent of Arlington Public Schools. It's about 3:30 a.m. on Wednesday, February the 3rd. I'm here with Steve Larson, Acting Director of Transportation, and Jim Meikle, Director of Maintenance. And we're standing at the corner of Washington Boulevard and Lee Highway. And gentlemen, there's a little bit of snow out here. Tell me what's going on this morning.
Our basic strategy is that we take a look at the streets. We have a system that's been developed with Arlington County with a classification of streets. The idea is that the state takes care of the red streets, those are the state highways, and the county works on the blue streets, those are main arterials. We just call them that, red streets, blue streets. The green streets are the school streets. Yeah, basically all the way through on 26th Street next to Tuckahoe. They keep the main roads open all the time, and we start working on the school streets at about this time. If they've been treated and they look pretty good, then we're likely to be able to say that transportation is good.
Transportation for our buses and then also for our walkers, right? Our kids that walk.
Right, the kids that walk, for the most part, the sidewalks we pay attention to.
Right.
Heavy snow will keep us off, will get kids off the sidewalks, and that we don't like.
We're in the northern part of the county this morning, but we dispatch teams throughout the county, and they're really driving around and assessing what the road conditions look like, if they're passable, what the conditions are at the time. Jim, today's the first day for you because you've been new to your position. How's it going today?
Pretty good. In fact, I drove the first route that Steve gave me. And for example, we found two spots that would basically be impassable for the buses at this time.
Now, we'll go ahead and contact the county now about those spots in a little while and say,
right,
you need to deploy a plow or some sand or some salt to those spots. Is that right?
That's what we try to do. We stay on it throughout the morning.
So now we've got these caravans sort of dispatched around the county, and they're feeding back information to our facility ops. Is that correct?
Yeah, transportation operations, we have a radio system, and that's how we communicate back and forth.
And then ultimately, in about an hour here, we're going to make some type of collective decision based on what all this information is being fed back to the central about, and then we're going to have a conversation. Tell me about where that goes at about 4:30.
We'll be in contact with the county staff, we'll be in contact with Jim's staff that's going to be doing the parking lots, we'll be in contact with the operations staff that's going to be starting the sidewalk clearing, and all of that information is going to be fed in. We'll give you an idea about what we see out here, and we hope you make the right decision.
Right, yes. Now, we also watch what other jurisdictions do, right?
Correct.
We're in contact with, as the plows scream by here behind me, we're in contact with other jurisdictions. What's the relationship there?
The people who are in the office right now are in contact with the surrounding jurisdictions, Alexandria, Fairfax, Montgomery County, typically Prince George's County, just to see what they're up to and what they're planning to do.
Good morning. It's a little bit now after 4 a.m. and you can see that truck that just went past us is heading out to some of our school facilities. You can also see we're here at the bus depot, and if you listen very carefully, you can hear some buses beginning to start up as they begin to prepare for the day. So we've been traveling around. It actually is a relatively mild morning this morning, and we are getting some snow that is beginning to melt. But we're going to go inside here now and see, as all this information comes from the northern and then the southern part of the county, and also begin to talk to some of the folks in the neighboring school divisions about what their decisions are going to be.
I just spoke with Montgomery County there, so let's see. Transportation, Catherine Carter speaking. No, I have not heard from Fairfax. In fact, I just called them about 5 minutes ago, and they have not heard anything as of yet, but they're going to call me when they do get their decision.
This is a tough one. It's right on the borderline. Definitely 2 hours, but then the question is whether we wait a little longer.
Okay, Fairfax is closed. Okay, we will know something in just about 5 minutes, okay? So call me back. Transportation, Catherine Carter speaking.
Good morning. How are we doing?
Yes.
Yeah, it was tipping point this morning, so we're gonna close. And good morning. It's a little bit after 5 a.m. now, so we've been at this, gentleman, for the last 2 hours, you and your crew, and we're at facility ops this morning, and we just came off a couple of phone calls. But the decision this morning, it was a tough decision. It was not an easy one, and being here on the ground, I realize all the deliberation that goes into it, but we've decided to close, and I think that is an excellent decision. Err on the side of caution. I think some of the things that we took into consideration were the fact, not only the safety of students, but the safety of our employees, folks coming and going to work, and realizing that it's still going to be dicey out there for a little while. Other things, Steve, that you guys thought about as we were making this decision?
Well, as I've said, it's really hard for us to imagine what the streets are going to look like 3 and 4 hours from now, which is when people are going to go out and look and make a judgment about how we did.
Right.
But at the same time, we saw a very different set of streets.
Right.
Some very dry, very wet,
right,
and some very full of snow.
Right.
So we needed to err on the side of caution.
Well, Jim and Steve, thank you guys so much for all the folks that are behind us, and also for all the work that we do with the county. Excellent job this morning. You guys probably going to get another cup of coffee, I know I am, and then we'll head off and start our days. So kids, you've got the day off, but my expectation is I want you to take some time, read a book. You've got an opportunity now to do that homework you didn't do last night, and I want you to be safe out there. So enjoy the day.